or come to the door. So we didn't stay too long, walked back, and I saw a field out there that had, little mounds all over it, and I had no idea what it was because, like I say, I'd been a farmer. My dad was a farmer, really. And sure enough, we dug in there, and there's potatoes. So we dug up, probably half a gallon of potatoes, put in their pockets, and walked back, and then found a bucket or tin can, a big tin can with water, boiled them up and ate them, and that was a good meal at the time.
I imagine.
Yeah.
So were you in the camp with the men that you would come with, or did you get separated from them?
We were separated. Everybody, I think, went to different place, different tent. No, I didn't see any of the guys I was in at the air base with. None of them. I never saw them again.
Did you tell anybody there about your firing squad experience, or did you just decide not to talk about that?
I just didn't talk with anybody hardly. Just enough to get by, really. I don't know if your dad talked about, there was an English pilot that was in there at the air base, in that little cell, and he had flown a P-51, he said, got shot down, and he was there, and at the air base. And I kind of had a suspicion about him also, but actually, when we left the first time, I never saw him again either.
Do you remember his name?
No, not at all. He probably told me, but I don't remember any names. Do you remember your dad say anything about that one? About the English? About the Englishman?
No, I think the researchers had mentioned that there was a British POW.
That was probably him. Yeah, that was probably him then.
I think there was somebody named Clark, and there might have been somebody named Mike. I'm getting a little mixed up.
I know. Well, it's been a long time.
Right. So when you left there, you came back to the United States. Where did you come back?
New York City. We came right. In fact, we went from there to. They flew us out of there in C-47s. Probably your dad did the same thing. I think it was Camp Lucky Strike or something like that in France. And then we caught a ship the next day, I guess it was, or so, back to the States. And we actually came right by the Statue of Liberty when he came in there. And it really surprised me because I wasn't expecting to see the green Statue of Liberty. All the pictures at that time we saw were white, white Statue of Liberty, and it was green. Of course, I realized later that it was copper on the outside that oxidized. And that's where the green color came from.
And then you were from Texas, is that where you were from?
Pardon?
Where were you from originally?
Texas, out of Paris, Texas.
Did you go back there then?
Well, we went to Florida, actually, and I was in it wasn't a hospital, but we was in Florida about a week, or maybe a week and a half, and then I went up to convalescent. They call it convalescent. All it is nothing, but it's in Massachusetts, really. And then we got discharged and came home.
So how long were you in the convalescent spot?
Oh, probably about 3 weeks, maybe, something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you came home to Texas.
I did. Well, actually, yeah. Well, I came to California because my folks had moved to California while I was in service. So they just sent me by train out here to California. was in Texas out here. He wasn't. In Texas he was, yeah. Not a very successful one, but he was a farmer.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's what my father's family were farmers too. So,
Oh, yeah.
uh,
Yeah, in fact, that's all my dad wanted to do. He enjoyed living out on the farm and farming, raising cotton and whatever. But that was his whole life right there.
and did you have any brothers or sisters?
Oh, yeah. I had a younger brother and an older brother. My older brother.
Was he in the service as well?
Oh, yeah. My older brother was in the Navy, and his ship was sunk, and I don't remember where he's at right now, but he's on an aircraft carrier. And later, my younger brother was in Korea. And,
Oh gosh.
yeah, we were all there.
So your brother, what was your older brother's name?
His name was John Edward.
Well, that was tough on your parents.
Oh, yeah, yeah. And then my younger brother was Luther Marion, with the nickname of Bud, because he hated that name, Marion.
So why did you decide to join the Air Corps?
How long I was saying?
I said, why did you decide you wanted to be in the Army Air Corps?
Well, I had joined the cadets, actually. I wanted to be a pilot. I joined the cadets, and went through all the examinations and the written tests, and then they come around and said, well, we don't need any more pilots, and you guys can go and be a gunner. So that's what I did.
And you were what kind of gunner?
I was a top turret gunner.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now my father was a nose gunner.
Oh, he was what?
He was a nose gunner.
Oh, nose gunner, yeah. But, yeah, one of the guys on our crew naturally was a nose gunner. And in fact, he's the one I saw at Mooseburg. He's the first one I saw, yeah.
He's the one that didn't want to jump out of the plane?
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, really, I didn't have much use for him after that. He just too scared to jump out. I said, everybody was scared for as that goes. But like I told him, I said, somebody's going to go first. So if you're not going, get out of the way.
And where was your bomb group? Where were they based?
Chirignola, out of Chirignola.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where my father was based as well.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we were in the 464th Bomb Group in the 778 Squadron. But in fact, one of my buddies I went through gunner school was there also, but he was on another squadron also. But,
So you were a B-24 though, right?
right. I was.
And do you remember when you got to Shiranola?
No, not really. Not really. We flew over and we went to Newfoundland and then the Azores, and then I believe we landed in Italy at Naples.
Right.
Yeah.
And how many missions had you been on? Do you remember which one this one was?
Which one I was on? I got.
This final mission, how many had you been on?
Well, I was on my 13th one when we got hit by flak, knocked out two engines, and the plane just wouldn't fly on 2 inches. B-24.
Right. Have you ever joined a reunion group or gone to any reunions?
I've gone to the POW reunions here, yeah, in California. Yeah, I have. In fact, I think I've attended all of them, I think, really.